Uh, Hello. I this is Nam. I'm now back in Unity. This there's just a few tiny dynamic things I wanna make happen in the kitchen. This is right after I implemented, for those following everything in order, this little bit here. Took that out of um, blocks through Cinema 4D for some adjustment of pivots, and I had to, as you can see, everything is very crooked here, so I had to move the power socket over, remodel the power cord here a little, but everything works, and there's even the little lights in here now. Sweet. But since I had to have to do a few little dynamic things with these doors here, because I wanna fill up the cupboards of the kitchen, and these ones aren't interactive yet. I thought I'll record this for who is interested. It's just a bit of housework, really. So I believe that all these doors, this one, and this one, are in fact the same mesh. Let me see. Yeah, there's just one top door. So I, excuse me, I placed these in Unity, which means that if I fix one of them, I probably will fix all of them. The way I'm doing these doors is I will just, to prevent them from dropping back down when the player releases them, I'll just disable gravity on them so they will stick in the place where you leave them. Maybe add a little script to really have them stick. We'll see. Let's just get started. First and foremost, I will need a collider on the mesh over here. And since that is in fact connected to all the bits here, I probably have a, yeah, I will probably have a collider laying ready. But let's see. This is a drawer stop, drawer stop. Don't I have a collider with full top? Well, I'll just duplicate this one. I don't know why I call this top, because this is the bench part, so to say. I know you can call this a kitchen top, but really, this is the top, right? So I just duplicated this, and now I lost it again. Let's just the axes are a bit odd. Oh, let me turn on my phone. There we go. Let me just recenter the collider. There's still a mesh renderer in here. I can safely remove it. So this is the bench. Why is this a shelf? Let's add let's organize it a bit. Create empty. If you create it empty as a child of another object, it will stay in place. So that's exactly what I wanted. This will be top bit. Yeah, kitchen top bit. Let me think, because these top doors are out of this group. Shall I just move them? I'll just move them in there. Top bit. Top bit. Fun thing with Unity, since you usually select object by just clicking in the scene view, it doesn't really matter how you organize your stuff, but still I like to keep it a bit neat. Okay, let me say top bit. Here's my collider. For now I'm just adding this collider here to have a bit of a shelf. I don't think we'll have dynamic objects living inside this little put-away bit. Sorry. This little hidey-hole thing here, but I will need the colliders to stop the doors from going through the structure. So let me turn off the beautiful, beautiful lighting. Jet wireframe. Yeah, that should work. Oh, you can see how crooked everything is. So this shelf here is smaller on this side than it is on this side. So sticking through. Okay, that should be enough for now. There's a wide open gap in here. Lovely. Not in here. Here is. It's all home built. This. I think I should rotate it a little. Chop. Like so. Cool. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do this door first. I don't know why, just because I have to start somewhere. I know that I already, within Cinema 4D, gave the thing a neat little pivot right through the how do you call it? The scharnieren. You know the hinges? Yeah, okay, hinges. It's just I notice some weird deformation going on. So top bit here. This is not nice. This top bit here. It's scaled disproportionately. See, scale 2 by 09 by 05. Probably because I started this as a child of the collider here, and the collider must have been scaled. Let me fix that because scaled parents lead to problems. So this empty game object will just have a scale of 111. Now the collider still just scales disproportionately, but I don't really care in this case. And the doors will hopefully rotate with less deformation. Yeah. Okay. Because I want the doors to have a hinge. A hinge needs to be connected to another rigid object, and I like to put a rigid master object, just an empty game object that's a rigid object that the doors can connect to. Let's just make a child of this one, and yeah, usually I give one to each door. In this case, I will just have one master object, if you don't mind. Why are you scaled weirdly? You are scaled weirdly. This sometimes happens if you move stuff in and out of scaled parents a lot. It may, just because of rounding errors, may end up being tiny little bit scaled, like you can see. We'll have to fix that. And let's take this along. Oh, that's just 111. That's okay. I'll just select all three of them and make them have proper scale. So I didn't even see them change because they're tiny. Let's call this top door touch. So this is just an empty game object. It can be a rigid body, no gravity, kinematic, so it won't do anything, only allow me to attach the hinges of the doors to it. Okay, let's start with this one. I'm not parenting them, because usually dynamic behave better if you don't rely on parenting too much. Okay, door number 1. Box collider. Let's add it. That. Cool. It can be a bit thicker, like so. I will add a sphere collider as a child, and I usually do that by just adding a sphere and removing the mesh renderer and the mesh component, so I have a simple sphere collider. No, let's not scale it. After all the stories I told. Okay. So this is one door. I'm thinking, yeah, it happens. I should probably. Oh well, we'll get there when we'll get there. Never mind. Listening ears. Fine. So this is now also a rigid body, no gravity. I also want it to be an NVR interactable rotator plus. And the plus part, I'm not sure what the plus part is. I know I added some extra functionality to it, so let's just use that one. Can attach disable kinematics on. This one is important. Enable gravity on detached. Nope. This should actually already work, but it isn't yet connected, so we need to join it up, and I usually use a configurable joint, and here is where we need the attachment point, because this needs to be attached to another rigid body. I want the motion to be fully locked. I want the angular motion, and this is a bit complicated always. I always have trouble wrapping my brain around where the axes go. The x, y, and z here aren't the same as this x, y, and z. The x, y, and z here are based on the axis you give in here. In this case, if the first axis, the main axis, is given with 1, 0, 0, it's in fact just the same as here. But you can configure this differently than the axis in the transform rotation. In this case, I want the main axis to indeed be the x-axis. So I think we're already halfway there. I'm not entirely trusting. I don't know if you can see very well, but there's, let me show you. There's a little axis display trying to illustrate where the dynamic axis is, and I believe I really want that to be there. Nope, I want auto configure, and I want y to be 0. Yeah, that's it. Sorry. As I say, I always need to figure this out whenever I'm building the configurable joints. So this door will have angular motion in free. I will keep it free in this case because I'm limiting it with the collider here. See? In other cases, you will want to put this on limited and mess with the angles in here, but that's lots more work than is nice for a quick little video like this. So X is free, Y is locked, Z is locked. I like to put door rigid bodies, give them a whole lot of drag. I can also freeze the position and maybe freeze this. Shouldn't be necessary when you have the joint set up like this. Oh, I definitely don't want the rotation because I don't believe that rotation is the one related to the axis system, but it's kind of a world rotation limitation or something, I don't know. So this should already work. Let me just press play, see that it doesn't fly off. There we go. Pretty as a picture. I'm diving into VR quickly to mess about with it to see how it behaves. Controller still active. Alright, see, we have a collider here, and I can now grab this one. And, ooh, that's way too much drag. And the rotation point is kind of odd. This is weird. Okay, let's check what happens. Let's try and do this like 5 and 5. Connect anchor. That's the placement of the anchor points, and that's the this here. It's the placement of the connection point. You can usually leave it at automated, and that's just the location within the attachment object, so the other object. Oh, excuse me. I usually can leave that alone. Okay, this should work better probably. Let me try. No, it doesn't work at all. Oh, wait a moment. I know what's happening. Let me fix this live by keeping the mode active. This freeze position works from the center of mass of the object. So I need to disable this and depend on the X, Y, and Z motion locked states of that configurable joint. I am sure. Okay, let me see. There we go. Okay, and this is funny, of course. Let me see. I can probably stand on the kitchen top to show you. Because there's not a collider in the roof, it will go through. Oh, and look, there's my occlusion happening because I'm in a hidden object secretly here. But this works. There's a few ways to solve this. I could add another collider here so they don't open as far as now. I think that's what I'm going to do. The other option is to limit the angle at which the joint will allow the door to move. But the downside of that is that joints are kind of fiddly. Let me wait for the car. Bye-bye. So if one door starts out like this, it will have different limits on the angle than one that starts out like this or one that starts out like this. So I will just add a collider in the roof of the caravan. Anything else? Yeah, I wanna let me mess with the drag settings a little. Oh, just now I realized that I tried to show you that in this window when it was tiny in the corner here. Sorry. Let me do this and try it out again. So this is with a drag of 20. See this I like. As soon as you release it and it's full, it feels like it's a bit springy when you handle it. I actually think I don't need extra code to make it stop. I was thinking adding a tiny bit of code to get it to stop fully as soon as you released it, but I don't think that's necessary. Okay, these. Oh, okay, let's do the others. Let's remember, drag of 20 and 20 was okay because you leave play mode and everything gets resets to the starting values 20 and 20. This should be like so. Now it should be incredibly easy to do the other three. Well, except for that this one is sticking through that one a bit. But since they are the complete same model, I usually just pick up this door, duplicate, hang it as a child of this one, and reset the transform, and remove the original, duplicate once more, child to this one, reset the transform, remove the original. So now I have, if all goes well, I will have 3 working doors. I will really, wait a moment. Oh, this is ideal. Look at that. They're not actually touching. So I just leave them like this. Let me see. Oh, wait. Let me add the collider at the top bit. Here we go. I will, for now, because I have to readjust this one, I will fix the scaling issue. Yeah. Recenter the thing. Like so. And let's just keep it more or less like this. I should watch what I'm doing here. I'll explain in a moment. Let me first get it in place. Wow. Perfect. And let me just make it stretch over the complete ceiling, because why not? Something I am forgetting right now is my layering. As you can see, these colliders, and those came from the colliders from the rest of the structure, are labeled as are layered in the set layer. Well, they're just in the set layer. They're not layered in set layer. That's the one I use for my teleport system. These ones I don't ever want to be able to climb on top of the caravan, sadly. So, and especially not teleports onto this shelf here. So I'm gonna remove them from the set layer. And let me just check. Yeah, I was afraid of that. This is all in the set layer. And it shouldn't really be happening. Yes, change children. This means that the bench here is in the set layer as well. Well, that could be okay. So it does mean that you can teleport on top of the counter here and inside of the sink. Yeah. I will just leave it like this. Kitchen structure is completely in the set layer, so here's a shelf collider. Let me clean up a little here. Shelf collider. Why is this not just called C? Back wall. I'm not doing anything with the back wall, but I'm gonna clean it up anyway. Bottom is a shelf. Here's a wall. Here's a wall. They're all having that mesh renderer still on them, so I'm just gonna remove that like so. Just cleaning up the place, and let me remove them from the set layer. I can keep this one inside. Okay. I don't know if it matters, but usually when I have colliders like this, I put them in on fully static. I don't think it really matters for these colliders, but well, they will be static, so why not put them on static? Okay, let me check out if everything works. No explosions, I think. Nope, they're, see, I mean, they are touching meshes, but they're not touching colliders. So this kind of works. Something happens to this one if I pull this one, it seems. Oh, I think this one has some sort of gravity. I'm not sure what happens here. This one is... I actually kind of like it. This one is misbehaving a little. Look at that. This one is fine. This one is fine. This one is just wiggling about a little. Well, I will check what it is. I kind of like what it's doing, but could also mean bugs later, so... Quickly checking if my recording is going okay. Seems so. Let's see, this one. What did I do to this one? Just a top door with a switch and a configurable joint to the attachment point. Could it be that it's too close to the attachment points? What happens if I move it away a little? Because the rest is set up correctly. It's no gravity, it's kinematic. It doesn't enable gravity on detach. It doesn't enable kinematic on detach. The joint is set up correctly as far as I can see. I wonder. Maybe stick through other colliders. Just maybe. Nope. Weird. Maybe if I select everything, I can spell a collider that is not okay. This is a bit weird. Let me have another check. It doesn't move when you start. Once you handle it, it's behaving very, very oddly. This isn't right. And now this is... oh, that's okay. One moment. Just gonna move it a little bit, just to see if it might be the initial placement that messes with it. Yeah, that fixed it. See? It's nicely moving now. It doesn't fall down anymore. It probably was just nested within another collider or stuff. So, oh, I'm missing my other controller here. There. Oh, sorry for the sighing. I know my sighing is pretty loud in the Oculus microphone. Come on, man. So, there we are. Kitchen fully dynamic. Things work as you would expect. They don't even bump into each other. And you can open stuff up, and now I can begin modeling all the garbage that has collected in these little cupboards and over here. And actually, I also want to fill in the drawers still. This one's nice, but you know, the empty drawers just put a lot of muck in it. Not an interesting modeling thing, so I'll just do that on my own probably. Okay, well, hope this was ever so slightly helpful for people. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.